Hey guys, Zan here. Today I'll continue sharing about my vacation to southeastern Germany back in October 2021. In my previous video, we explored Nuremberg, shopped at the Ingolstadt Outlet Mall, and visited Harburg Castle. Today we continue on our journey to the picturesque town of Berchtesgaden, located in the Bavarian Alps. But before we could enjoy the breathtaking views, we were shocked to awaken to a scene straight out of a horror movie. The fog was so thick it reduced visibility to just a few hundred meters. It didn't get better once we were on the road, so we had to slow down a little. An hour or so into our journey, the fog suddenly lifted, and what greeted us was clear blue skies. Road trips in autumn are really a treat for the eyes, with different shades of warm colors dotting the landscape. We headed for lunch at Gasthof Neuhaus, a highly rated Bavarian restaurant with an alfresco seating area. We had a schnitzel with fries and a slice of roast pork with sauerkraut and potato dumpling. The food was good, but what concerned us were a couple of large wasps buzzing around us. They seemed attracted to the ketchup, and strangely, the locals didn't seem too bothered by them. After lunch, we headed to the Documentation Obersalzberg Museum, which details the use of the area as a mountainside retreat by Nazi leaders during the warmer months. There are bus tours up to the Kehlstein House, or Eagle's Nest, which was built by the Nazis at the summit of Mount Kehlstein as another retreat. Today it serves as a tourist site and restaurant. Unfortunately, the last day for the bus tours up the mountain ended the week prior. Still, we decided to tour the museum and bunker complex to learn more about the area's history. The tours to the Eagle's Nest stopped during the winter months because of the potentially hazardous road conditions. It is also why driving there on your own is not allowed. With evening fast approaching, we headed to our accommodations to check in. The Salzbergalm Inn is a rather small, 3-story building located on a hillside overlooking the town of Berchtesgaden. Access is only by driving, and the roads can be quite narrow and steep. Given the size of the property, the Salzbergalm Inn has just a handful of rooms. We booked the Almwiesen apartment with balcony. The bathroom was decently sized and clean. Stepping in the apartment, we were greeted by a well-lit dining area and kitchenette. The dining area walls are lined with wood paneling that added character to the space. Despite the lack of windows, the apartment features a number of skylights, allowing natural light to fill the space during the day. The kitchenette had an electric kettle, a coffee grinder, 2 stove hob, and a bread toaster. The bedding was plush and comfortable. However, the sloping ceiling made the space feel a little tight. The skylight presents an opportunity for stargazing from the comfort of your bed. Next is the living area, which had a grey sofa and a rather small TV. It unfortunately also had a sloping roof. Lastly, the balcony offered a quiet slice of the mountain, though it was disappointing that our room didn't face the town. On the property, there was a hot tub and a small sauna for guests. But arguably, the highlight was the view of the town below. We headed into town for dinner at a restaurant called Braustübel. We couldn't remember exactly what we ordered, but the food wasn't really to our liking. Imagine waking up to this breathtaking view. We headed to Konigsee for our lake cruise to St. Bartholomew's Church. The morning fog was still present, but the ferry staff told us it would soon lift. We headed back to the parking lots to kill some time and grabbed breakfast at one of the shops along the way. Sure enough, visibility improved and we were soon on our way, though the fog was still quite heavy in the valley. So as you can see behind me, some areas are still pretty foggy, and we're hoping that the weather clears up once we reach St. Bartholomew's. A crew member then demonstrated how an echo would reverberate in the valley. The echo was too soft to be picked up by my camera. As if by magic, the fog gave way to an incredible sight of St. Bartholomew's Church with the backdrop of a sheer mountain face behind it.
Passieren die Eisstärke. Die Besuch damals war hier über 50 Glückwunsch vom Feiern.
So we've made it and we're here now at St. Bartholomew. The weather has certainly cleared up and we have this amazing view right behind me. Check out the lake water. We spent some time walking along the banks of the lake, admiring the pristine lake water and appreciating the beauty and tranquility of our surroundings. After Lake Konigsee, we took the Jennerbahn Cable Car to the top of Mount Jenner for lunch, and to check out the views, of course. The summit station had a pretty decent cafe, with plenty of indoor and outdoor seating, but was still very crowded during lunch hour. We went with sausages and fries and a spaghetti. Do you have any comment about the food?
No. It's just normal. We should order the mac and cheese.
We have just had our lunch at the top of the mountain, and this is the view right behind us. It was a short hike to the top of Mount Jenner, and lots of people were going for it, so we decided to try it for ourselves. We're now hiking up a hill to get to the top and perhaps even see Konigsee in the distance. It wasn't too difficult and took us about half an hour each way. At the summit, we were greeted by breathtaking views of the valley and Lake Konigsee. next morning, we checked out of Salzbergalm and said goodbye to Berchtesgaden as we headed for Lake Chiemsee to take a ferry to the island of Herreninsel. We had lunch at restaurant Westernacker near the docks. We ordered a refreshing bowl of warm pumpkin soup and a pizza, perfect for warming our bellies on this chilly day. The ferry ride took us on a scenic cruise of Lake Chiemsee. The calm, flat surface of the lake contrasted with the towering Bavarian Alps in the distance. There weren't many people on the island, so once we left the docks, it became very peaceful. Strolling amongst tranquil nature, surrounded by autumn amber leaves, giving off a warm hue as the sun shone through. We're taking a walk to the palace right now. It's a good 20-minute walk through the forest, which is beautiful in autumn. After walking for about 20 to 30 minutes, we made a turn and out of the forest emerged Schloss Herrenchiemsee, a palace built by Bavarian King Ludwig II, the same king who built Neuschwanstein Castle. The palace was modelled after the Versailles in France. Only the main building was complete as they had run out of funds to finish the proposed wings. The palace grounds featured ornate marble fountains and curated gardens, as a palace should. Sadly, no videos or photos were allowed inside the palace. After touring the palace, we headed back to the dock to catch our ferry back to the mainland. We tried to hurry so we could try to minimize the amount of time we had to drive in the dark. We arrived at our hotel after sunset and ordered takeout from the local Asian restaurant. If you enjoyed this video, why not drop a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more travel content. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.